GbC, we're friends, right?
That's a good one.
I'm not joking.
Oh. Look, Tyler, this whole thing is strictly business and nothing else.
I guess so. Why would we want to ruin this? There isn't really much I can say about Kirby that you probably don't already know, so I'm just gonna jump into it, okay? Okay, let's go. As far as story goes, we see this weird cloaked dude praying to what looks like a heart of pure evil as it shoots off a ton of hearts into the galaxy, with several landing on planet Popstar, waking up the pink puffball himself as he sees Waddle Dee's collecting food. Wait. Is this a free roaming level select? Thank you, Sakurai. Thank you. This, I find, is actually one of the cooler aspects of the game for me. I like overworlds that let me just move around even if it is just a level select. It makes me feel like the characters are actually moving through the world. The first level, of course, being the tutorial level, introduces us to the helper system. And I love how Kirby is so concerned and freaking out in this moment. Come on, Kirby, you go on killing rampages and you're concerned with a single Poppy Bro Jr.? Luckily, that heart that hit Kirby in the intro gave him the power of friendship and allows him to make the Poppy Bro his friend. I wonder if that works in real life.
Never gonna happen.
Damn it, GbC, I will make you love me! Honestly, this system is great. I think one of the only really big issues with it is even as Kirby, I tend to lose track of myself during boss fights. This might be due to the fact that the game makes you focus on the thing you're fighting, so it's easy to lose track of yourself. I can't imagine how difficult it would be to play as one of the friend characters. Also, I wouldn't rely too much on the AI. It's fine when it comes to killing things, but I've actively had them block me from trying to get copy abilities, and they're really dumb when trying to mix abilities. We end up making our way to Wispy Woods, and this poor tree doesn't even know what's coming to him.
You'll never see it coming.
Oh, okay. So when you get him to half health and everyone has some sort of fire, Wispy Woods just catches fire. Huh, that's actually a really neat addition that I wouldn't even have thought of. I mean, this poor tree was minding his own business when a baby with a flamethrower rolls up, burning the forest to the ground. Kirby, destroyer of ecosystems, ladies and gents. Eventually, we end up at DDD's castle, finding the king gorging himself. Am I the only one getting strong Pillarman vibes from this? Wow, DDD, have you been working out? Because, I think you missed leg day. We beat DDD again, and the credits roll, ending Kirby Star Allies. You know, it was short, but I think I'm willing to call this the best Kirby game ever made. Wait, did a Kirby game just Killer Queen me? Would you believe me if I told you I didn't edit this for the sake of a Killer Queen joke and that the game does this on its own? So, yeah, of course this isn't the end of the game. There's no way Nintendo in their right minds would release a $60 game and have it be like 5 levels long. Instead, the game opens up to the entirety of Planet Popstar as Kirby chases down these hearts that are corrupting people. Continuing to make our way through the levels, we end up fighting Meta Knight, who also seems to have been corrupted by the Dark Hearts, and can now split himself into multiple Meta Knights. Not that it takes much for Kirby to reckon. After doing so, we see a very demonic-looking ship crash into Popstar, and we head inside to confront the 3 magical generals of Space Jam. Okay, I know that's not what it's called, but for the life of me, I can't recall if their planet or whatnot has a name outside of the ship being called Jam Bastion, and the heart being called Jamba Heart. So I'm sticking with Space Jam for now. We slam all of the Space Jam generals, each of which running away with a heart. Of course, they set the ship to self-destruct, so we get to transform and roll out. Right, this reminds me. Throughout the game, you'll run into these pedestals that allow you to use your friendship to form wheels, bridges, trains, and warp stars to get around and solve puzzles. You need 3 helpers to utilize these, but it would be weird if you just didn't constantly have 3 helpers at all times. These sections are another of the mandatory segments in the game, which are fine because, minus the bridge, are really fun segments. And the bridge is usually really fast to do, so won't take up a lot of your time. Okay guys, this will surely get GBC to be my friend. Oh man, we're having so much fun! If only we had a fourth player, then we'd have a whole lot more fun! I think it's working.
It's not.
Well, back to the drawing board. Right, so having 3 helpers at all times is something you tend to have, meaning you will be getting to mix abilities. Having played through the game, I still like the mixing abilities. I just wish it had been better. You can do a lot, but the mixing comes in basically just 4 flavors for each of the abilities. If you've watched any of the trailers that show off the ability mixing, you've seen what it has to offer. Honestly, it's on par with Squeak Squad's mixing, and I was really hoping they'd have something that we haven't seen, but I think that's the issue with games nowadays. They tend to show just about everything the game has to offer before it's even out. Only one of the new copy abilities can even utilize mixing, while Spider, Artist, and Festival can't. Giving you a heads up, I'm going to be talking about the final boss of the game, so here's your spoiler warning. Eventually, we make our way to the base of the Space Jams, where we have to fight the 3 magic generals before encountering the leader, Highness. Unfortunately, he has the same issue as the other bosses in the game. He's fucking easy. I am, however, unsettled by what he really looks like. Yep, that's definitely a thing, isn't it? This stage of the fight has him using his generals like weapons, and yeah, it's alright. Not really the best boss fight in the game, but could be worse. Beating Highness causes him to sacrifice the generals and himself to resurrect the Dark Lord of Destruction as a last-ditch effort. The sacrifice works, the ship starts to be destroyed, and the pedestal falls, allowing us to form the Star Allies Sparkler. This is a really fun boss fight. It reminds me of Kid Icarus Uprising, but with good controls. And the fight itself makes me wonder what a Platinum-developed Kirby game would be like. This is what it would be like. This is how you make a fun and epic boss fight. And after you're doing enough damage and beating a couple of forms, you get to a segment that not only saved the game for me, but also boosted the game from an average Kirby game to in my top 5. Motherfucking beam clashes. This is how you do a final boss, and this screams Platinum Games. The best thing is, they had nothing to do with it. Just means I want a Platinum Kirby game even more. Because of this moment, I will forever remember this boss fight. Oh, also, the way Kirby defeats the boss is he summons all of his friends and just throws them at him. Kingdom Hearts has nothing on this my friends are my power thing when Kirby literally beats his enemies to death by throwing his friends at it. With that, Kirby and friends head back to Popstar and the game ends. Oh, also, Hal, if you ever feel like making an Air Ride 2, I better see the Star Allies Sparkler in the game. I'm not really gonna say you absolutely need to pick this game up. You kinda know what to expect when you see a Kirby game, especially this one. They've kept the formula basically the same for 10 years. If you give the game a try, you won't be disappointed by the final boss, but odds are you probably won't make it that far if you aren't a fan. You know what, GBC? I don't even want to be your friend, so there!
Hey, Tyler, you want to play some games together?
You know, now that I think about it, this is weird. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Whoa, that felt weird. Why are you holding me? And did you knock me off of the desk? Tyler, where are you going? What happened? And why do I have the feeling like I wanted to be your friend?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. Big shout out to my bud Super Positive for editing this video in a really short amount of time. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have been watching this video so soon. Go check out his channel in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Anywho, I'm GbcTyler, and I will see you all next time. Bye!